So if you're looking into tummy tuck surgery, this is what you need to follow in terms of nutrition and your diet. So before your surgery, there are few guidelines that you need to follow. The first thing is any social habits like alcohol, smoking needs to stop immediately, at least 2 to 3 weeks prior your surgery. That's the minimum amount of time that you should take. And in terms of food, is the first thing is you need to stop taking any blood thinning foods. Like for example, if you're taking any supplement like with flaxseed oil, or if you're continuously been having flax seeds for like the last few months, let that be about last 2-3 months or something, then you need to immediately quit that. Any omega-3 supplements you need to avoid. Ginger and garlic should be taken in less quantity at least 2 weeks before the surgery. These are the major things that you need to follow before at least 2 to 3 weeks before your surgery. And if you're continuously having green tea, that's another thing that you need to avoid completely. And basic rule is obviously avoiding any kind of junk food which are extremely high in fat content and processed foods that are like something like Maggi or instant noodles. Any sodas like Coca-Cola or something like these definitely should be avoided. Foods like pizza, burgers, all of these should be completely avoided so that you're not adding up extra calories, extra fat into your body, so it will have a big role in helping you for the tummy tuck surgery. So now when coming to these foods, it is before the surgery. Now what are the foods that you should have after your surgery? So because it's a surgery, your body is in a catabolic state where it is continuously breaking down calories to repair itself and rebuild the muscle tissue and all. So obviously you need to go on a little high protein diet. Okay, so when it comes to high protein, don't go excessively. You can have somewhere between 1 gram to 1.1 or 1.2 grams per kg body weight, depending on how complicated your surgery is, but do not go more than 1.1 or 1.2 grams. So this is one basic rule that you have to follow. Have a little moderate to high fiber diet, somewhere between 25 to 30 grams of fiber in a day is good. So which means you add like at least 150 grams of salad in your everyday meal for your breakfast, lunch, dinner. So that is going to give you good amount of fiber. Next, because it's a surgery, you need to build your immune system very well. So vitamin C is one of the food that you have to include before as well as after the surgery, so that it's helping you in recovery faster and avoiding any kind of infections. So vitamin C means all our citrus fruits like your oranges, pineapple, apple also is good in vitamin C, amla, which is very widely found in India. So these are the best vitamin C rich foods that you can have. Also, you can take a supplement depending on how your nutritionist or your doctor suggests also. So these foods should be taken after your surgery, and make sure you're hydrating yourself well so that your muscles don't feel dehydrated. So another nutrient rich foods that you need to take is antioxidant rich foods. So this antioxidant rich foods will also help in repairing your body as well as in improving your immune system and fight any kind of infections that you can occur. Antioxidant rich foods are your tomatoes, capsicum, especially the red capsicum. And if somebody is used to having berries, then all your berries are very high in antioxidants. So you can start including these foods also. Also avoid any kind of foods that are very new to you. Suppose you don't have these foods before your surgery, then avoid having them after surgery, because we do not know how they will respond to your body. And lastly, also make sure that you're having a good carbohydrate rich food. It's not very low carbohydrate, not very high carbohydrate, and make sure you're having complex carbs and not simple carbs. So complex carbs matlab you need to have like your wheat rather than using maida. So these brown rice instead of white rice, so that there's little fiber and it's not going to spike your insulin levels also, and not going to add in extra calories, because carbs generally when you eat in excessive amounts and when you have very less movement, like after surgery you may not be able to move much, so it may there are chances that it can end up as excessive calories, excessive carbs, and it may end up as fat in your body. So that's the reason try to have moderate carbs food, and in every meal small amount of carb is good enough. I hope you found this video very informative. In case you have any queries, you can leave a comment down below. Please like, share and subscribe to Eternal Aesthetics.